Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Now I am going to continue talking about numbers in Python. In Python, we can simply use the Jupyter Notebook or Python editor as a calculator. So talking about sum, so 5 plus 8 equals 13. Subtract 8 minus 5 equals 3. Divide 5 minus 2, 2.5. 3 times 8, 24. We have something called floor division. This is floor division in Python. So floor division is like 7 floor 2. The result is 3. So the meaning of floor division that you see that 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. So floor division is truncates the decimal without rounding. So floor, we can say that floor division truncates the decimal without rounding it. So again, say that 10 floor 3. That will give us 3. Simply because 10 divided by 3 is 3 point decimal 3333 and so on. So if we truncate the decimal part without rounding either up or down, we are simply going to get the whole number, which is called the floor division. What if you want to know the remainder? Say that we use mod to get the remainder. Now say that we are getting 8 mod 3. The result is 2. The meaning of this that if you divide 8 by 3, if you divide 6 by 3, that will give you 2, right? So what is the difference between 6 and 8? 8 is not, 3 is not divisible, or 8, you cannot divide 8 by 3 without remainder, or without decimal, without fraction. So now, if you want to divide any part of 8 by 3 without any fraction or decimal, that will give you 6 divided by 3, right? So you can say that 8 mod 3 equals 8 minus 6 equals 2. Because 6 divided by 3 equals 2. So as you see now, if 6 divided by 3 equals 2, it means that there is no any decimal places and there is no any fraction. So the difference between 6 and 8, this is called the mod. 8 mod 3, so 8 mod 3 equals 2. So what is the benefit of the mod, using mod in Python? Actually, using mod is very useful to determine if this number is even number. So, for example, say that you want to determine if 22 is even number or not. say that is 22 even or odd. If you divide 22 by 2, it will result in 11. Then 22 is even number. But if you divide 23 by 2, it will result in 11.5. Then 23 is odd number. So now how can we make, how can we check? Then we are going to simply to check in Python by dividing, by getting the number mod 2. So if the number mod 2 equals 0, then, so for example, say that now, how can we check that if even 8 is even or not? Let us see that what is the output of 8 mod 2? It is 0. What is the output of 12 mod 2? It's also 0. What's the output of 150 mod 2? It's also 0. But what is the output of 151 mod 2? It's 1. Because 150 is divisible by 2. When you divide it by 2, 150 divided by 2 equals 75. There is no any decimal places. There is no any fraction. In this situation, 150 is even number. But 151 is not, because there is one remainder. So that's why. So this is how to decide if the number is even number or not. We can also get the number to the power of 2 or 3 or 4 and so on. For example, 10 to the power of, which is indicated by double star 2, equals 100. 20 to the power of 3, 8,000. Okay, so what is the square root of 100? The square root of 100 will be 100 to the power of 0.5. So this is the square root of 100. An important, an important part in arithmetic, that is which type of operations are executed first. So, for example, so let us see which operation is executed first in Python. Say that you want to get the result of 1 plus 2 times 3 plus 4. So what do you think the result will be? You may think that it will be 1 plus 2, 3 times 3, 9 plus 4 equals 13. Let us see what is the result. The result here is 11. So why? So it is 11 as Python executes the multiplication first. So it is 1 plus 6 plus 4. So as you see here that 2 times 3 is executed before 1 plus. So that means that it is practically in Python it is 1 plus 6 plus 4 equals 11. So if you want to to get this part multiplied by this part, then you have to use parentheses. So that will be, for example, 1 plus 2 times 3 plus 4. Now we are going to get different results. So now 1 plus 2 will be executed first. The result is 3. This one, the result is 7. 3 times 7 is 21. So now, if we have an idea about using Python as calculator, so let us now assign some variables to numbers. So for example, when we are assigning that x equals 5, so now equals becomes 5. If we want to check x, we will see that 5. Okay, so now we can say that x plus x, and when we run it, we will get 10. We can use it as x times x, so we are going to get 25. If we reassign x to, we can also reassign x simply. So now x, not 5, say that equals now 7. Now x becomes 7. So if we multiply x times x, we are going now to get 49. So it means that there is no problem in Python when you assign a variable to number, then you can use this variable exactly as the number, and you can reassign, or in other words, change the value, change the assignment of this variable to different numbers. So now, if you see that we can use x plus x times x. We can say that y equals x to the power of 2. So now let us check y. You will see that y is 49. So as you see, we use now x as exactly it is 7. So 7 to the power of 2 is 49. When you are assigning variables to numbers in Python, it is very useful. So for example, say that the transportation equals 2500 and the bonus equals 500 and the increase equals 0.2. Now you can say that as an example, if the allowance of the employee is transportation multiplied by increase plus bonus. This increase, say that this is the increase of the transportation and this is the bonus. So we may say that allowances equals transportation times increase plus bonus. If we run this, we are going to get, and we check, there is some error here. Let me check allowances. Okay, maybe there is some mistyping. Trans or it was not written correct. Okay, so again transportation. Okay, running it now, and this time let us type it again. Transportation. Let us run it. Okay, it runs. So now what is the allowance? Allowances are, it is 1000. So you see that 1000 is transportation. No, there is something wrong here. Actually, the increase is 20%, so we have to say that 1 plus increase. Yeah, this is what I mean, 20% increase. So 20% increase now means that the allowances are 3,500. So practically, if you are making any program or any calculation, say that you are working in a company and now designing these variables to carry the basic figures for the allowances. So imagine that you are using this transportation in different places and using the bonus and. So do you think that if the transportation value changes from 2,500, for example, to 3,000, you have to go to all the places in the code that contains the transportation and manually change it to from 2,500 to 3,000? Of course, this is frustrating and time wasting issue. So in this situation, if you simply refer to the transportation by this variable that is carrying out 2,500, it means that if later the transportation becomes 4,000, for example, and you just run it, then look, all the code will be changed. So now the allowances automatically will become 5,300.